So in today's video, we're going to be looking at how to properly clear a collar tie, whether that's with a basic snap or a over tie snap. Those are the two techniques we're going to be looking at. It's actually very, very simple. One of the most simple things I have ever gone over on this channel. You simply dip your head and tuck your chin. And then if you freeze frame it, it will almost look as if you're looking in between your own legs. This is probably my video with the most social proof. I don't know a better name for it as far as the level of competition this technique is used by, as well as the level of competition this technique is used against. I have multiple three-time NCAA All-Americans, three-time NCAA champions in this video, a four-time NCAA champion, multiple world champions, multiple Olympic champions, and I also include just regular D1 wrestlers for you guys, just in case anyone assumes that you need those accolades to duck your head and dip your chin. I'm making a video about this because for some odd reason, in my personal coaching experience, this is so difficult to get guys to do. So let's get right into it. First clip, we have Spencer Lee. The first three clips we're going to just have, they're just going to have tricep control, and they're going to end up snapping their opponent's collar tie off of their neck. And when you duck your head and dip your chin like Spencer Lee does here, where you can see his face is clearly looking in between his own legs, as if he's looking between his own legs. Then their hand just slips off your neck and comes right down to the mat. It's actually very, very simple. Now you have this clip here. It really is simple. It's not anything complicated, but for some odd reason, you can see it here. His opponent's hand just clears off the head and goes straight down to the mat. For some odd reason, we have people who still want to look up while they're trying to snap someone. And it could be so simple to just do this. You see his face? He's clearly, the top of his head is facing down towards the mat. And it's almost looking like he's looking in between his own legs. Very simple. This is Sabret Sidikov, four-time World Olympic champion. His face is clearly facing in between his legs in the opposite direction. This is him against Cal Dake, Sabret Sidikov. Let me start it over. See how he dips his head lower and tucks his chin into his chest? That's all you need to do, guys. If you're still here, please watch the entirety of the video, because I know it seems like super simple, but a lot of people don't do this. Top of his head facing down towards the mat, face facing in between his legs. I learned this from Jason Noff and Kyle Snyder watching them. So they have an over tie. Over tie is a collar tie over your opponent's collar tie. Jason Noff is going to snap. Look, top of his head down to the mat, facing in between his legs. That is just what a lot of these guys do when they perform the over tie snap or just the basic snap. Over tie, the hand is just slipping off. It's not a strength move. Everyone tries to just be muscle man with this technique, and that's not the case. Obviously, being stronger helps. Having a strong back helps, right? All these guys do pull-ups. But you need to dip your head and tuck your chin, and that hand is going to slide off of your neck. Here's Kyle Snyder using this technique. Him and Jason Noff use over tie snaps all of the time. Now this is Milani from Cornell using it against All-American Eddie Ventresca. Look how he dips his head, guys. Ventresca is going to go down to the mat. And then when he's coming back up, he's going to hit him with a double leg. Now, this is Carter Storace, four-time NCAA champion, may become the first five-timer ever against a wrestler from Lehigh from this season. They're going to trade overtime snaps back and forth. Watch this. They're going to trade back and forth. Look at this guy's face. In between his legs. Carter Storace ends up getting his tie cleared. Carter Storace does the same thing back to him. Face looking in between his legs. That's how it looks. Again, right into it. It's very basic, and he clears the collar tie with an over tie. They do it back and forth. The Lehigh wrestler actually used this twice to get to a low single. Or again, look at Carter Starachi's face. This is what the top level guys are doing, folk style and freestyle. When you perform a snap, please guys, this is what you should be doing. In the hand, the collar tie should just slip off of your neck. It should just slip off the top of your head. This is what they are doing. See that? I mean, look at Carter Starachi's face. Top of his head straight down to the mat. Face looks as if he's looking between his legs. I mean, these are very clean entries. Not able to finish them, but the entries are very nice. Looking in between his legs. Straight to the low single as soon as he comes back up. You can tell that took Starachi off guard. Hit with the same exact technique later on in the match. Look at that. Dipping his head and tucking his chin into his chest. Again to the low single. Next and last, we're going to have Ono. If you're watching this video, I'm sure you've seen my Ono video already. So we're just going to be very quick with this. When he overtop snaps, look how he tucks his chin and dips his head. This is on the world stage. World champion Ono in the world final. So his opponent is really, really good at wrestling. You guys see that? He clears it. Look at his face. I just think this can benefit your hand fighting and your wrestling in general so much. And this is a step that should take a day to fix in my head. But this is, a lot of people struggle with this. For some odd reason, a lot of people don't do this. Again, dip his head down. Tuck his chin into his chest. This is perfect. And the hand just comes off his neck. And then he goes into his leg attack. And again, lastly, his opponent is already down to the mat, so it doesn't take much, but he still dips his head and tucks his chin. You can see the hand just slip off, right? You can see straight down. There's nothing to hold on to. So, no ad or anything. I just wanted to get through this pretty quickly. And that's the video. Really, really simple, guys. So when you're doing your snap downs, and this isn't the only way to clear a collar tie in general. You can also elbow pass. But I'm saying if you're trying to clear that collar tie with a snap in motion, you need to be dipping your head and tucking your chin. Thank you for staying to the end of the video, and I will see you on the next one. So something that I forgot to mention that was an oversight that I wanted to include in this video is their opponent's body positioning. Their chest is typically facing the mat and it's over their toes. All of these screenshots are right before they were hit with the snap down. You typically want to get them leaning forward because now they're leaning on you, and once you dip your head and tuck your chin and there's nothing to hold on to anymore, that's when they fall straight down and that hand comes off of your neck. Now, a lot of times, in order to bait them into this position, you also have to get in pretty much the same position because they're going to be trying to match your level. You just need to make sure that you pull the trigger before they do. So their body positioning is leaning over. Do not do this when someone is standing straight up. It's not going to work. I see a lot of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guys try to hit snaps like wrestlers do, even though their opponent has an upright stance. I even see some newer wrestlers trying to snap people with an upright stance. It's not going to work. That's when you prioritize leg attacks. So thank you, and see you on the next video.